It is November 26, 2017. This is the Watchman News, and I'm Mike Callahan. Gonna go over a couple of things quickly here. Number one, if you've tried to go to the website this weekend, you would likely have been met with an error message. Right now, currently, this is what you see. This is what you get when trying to go to actually any one of our 4 websites. So here's the deal. I've been in contact with technical support. Apparently, somehow, the databases got corrupted, and I'm assuming all of the websites on this particular server. That's probably a whole lot of websites. So, I don't know for sure if they've got a backup. It's kind of not looking likely that they do. They used to carry backups. In fact, I've been using this company. I started using this company in 2006. And they used to do automatic backups, and they've actually saved me more than a few times. Most of the time because of my own, my own fault, my own doings. However, it doesn't appear this time that they are going to be able to save me. So what does that mean? That means I get to start fresh all over on 4 websites. Now, the Watchman News will be the first website that I do, probably followed by Disabled by Design, and then I don't know which one I'll do after that. With the new laws pertaining to vaping, I do believe they are somewhere near taking effect. I don't know if it would even be worth the time to rebuild Heaven's Nectar Vapes or not. I'll look into that and go from there. But so it's going to be a while before the website's back up. Not a real long while, and I'm going to try to get something up, a base up. Now, I have to wait until they're done working on the server. Right now, the reason why you see this particular message in front of you is because they are actually doing work on the server currently. If it was propagating correctly, an error message would have popped up talking about the databases. So, as soon as they are done doing their work, I can re-upload a script and start. So, and that's pretty much the long and the short of it. I've been wanting to redo the website, but I didn't want to have to do it like this. I typically, what I'll do is I'll build a website in a folder on the website, and then when I'm done, I just change the appropriate configuration files to reflect the proper location of the site, and that way it's literally like flipping a switch. However, if I'm correct and they do not have a backup of the database, I'm going to be starting this from scratch, and it's going to be, an incremental thing. There's a lot of really cool features that I can include when I redo it, and I likely will. The site will probably look a lot similar because I really do like that theme that I've been using. And they do have an updated version of that theme that I will be using if I have to recreate the site from scratch. So the shows will still go on as normal, and then once I get the site up, or at least the base of the site, I'm hoping Jen will help me a bit and get all the videos put back from, since we started doing the live Facebook video. All I have to really do is enter those into articles. Essentially, those are just articles. And if she'll give me a hand with that, we'll repopulate. Ever since we started going live on Facebook, I think the last 2 months or so, we'll repopulate the website with all those past videos. So just bear with me while I do this. So I apologize. The only other big negative to what's going on here is since it's the database that I lost, I won't be able to export and import users. So that means everybody that wants to become a member of the site will need to sign up a new membership with the site. That's the biggest downfall, and for that I apologize. Believe me, I've got a lot more work ahead of me than just re-registering to a website. So just bear with us. One other thing I want to discuss while I'm talking with you. There is a particular patriot that's taking on a lot of heat right now. And I think it's, personally, this is my thought. You know what I say about that, about opinions. There's 7.5 billion people on the planet. I don't really think my opinion is most important over everybody else's. But I'm going to give you my opinion. So Gavin Seim is under attack from people that call themselves patriots. Okay? Now, I had a lot of respect for one of the people that is calling Gavin out. Due to his calling Gavin out, I have lost pretty much every bit of respect that I could have had for him. I'm sorry, but you're not a better person by taking a plea deal over standing up. Period. Okay? Not only that, but I'm not stupid. I was born at night, but not last night. And I have a feeling that there is much more to this than what's being said. And I'm speaking on Gavin's behalf. Folks, let's look at the facts here. Let's knock off all the worrying about clickbait, right? Worrying about impressing people, stroking people's egos. Let's look at the facts here, okay? I have watched Gavin be attacked on so many levels, on so many occasions, from unbiased bullshit. Okay? I couldn't tell you the amount of times I've seen people claim that he's wanting people to get violent. No, he has never one time called for violence. Never. Not one time. Not one single time. There are so many lies that go on about that man, because of people's own insecurities. Their own insecurities. Not because of anything with Gavin. But because people don't have the balls to stand up. Okay? So, you follow what I'm saying? Taking a plea deal is not ballsy. Now, I'm not coming down on this particular individual for taking a plea deal. I get it. I understand it. I support his decision with it. Okay? But you're kind of throwing stones when you live in a glass house. You know what I'm saying? Pot calling the kettle black. So, you know, I thought that was very distasteful. I thought that was very bogus. And it was it was something that wasn't needed to be done. Now, again, I'm going to go back to the facts and I'll close this up. I'll try to make this quick. So here's the facts. We have seen different type of events happen throughout the country in which multiple people died. Okay? And they had 9 kinds of hell to get into a cell phone to be able to retrieve the data. Okay? Now you're talking about, let's just call it for what it is. Terrorists. Terrorists. They had 9 kinds of hell getting into terrorists' cell phones. Okay? What the hell did Gavin do that he deserves to be demanded to unlock his cell phone? Who did he murder? Do I need to remind you about Lavoie? Lavoie didn't threaten anybody. Lavoie didn't kill anybody. But they shot him in cold blood. Think about that. Think about that. If you don't think what is happening to Gavin is unconstitutional, then you aren't thinking constitutionally. Now let me take this one more step. What do you imagine it would look like if they tried to extradite Gavin to the United States over a misdemeanor? Think about that. Just because somebody doesn't lay their entire poker hand on the table doesn't mean that they don't have one. It might just mean you don't understand the game.